So the Federal Reserve has had their final Fed meeting of 2025, and they reduced interest rates. Just got done with their final meeting of 2025. And what was the outcome? They reduced rates by a quarter point. And even though most people thought that that was going to be the case, it was not a foregone conclusion. So it was great news that we actually saw rates reduced. And what is the effect? What does this do for most people in our economy? Well, it means that the cost of goods that you're going to be purchasing is going to actually go down a little bit. Anything that you're financing, credit cards, vehicles, anything that you're purchasing right now is going to be a little bit cheaper. And let's face it, we could all use to save a little bit of money these days. So going into the end of 2025 into 2026, this is all good news. How does it affect the home buyer? Usually when the Fed reduces rates, the cause and effect on mortgage rates is they go up a little bit. Nothing substantial, but they do go up a little bit. And the truth is today, they actually went down a little bit. So, I mean, kind of some surprising news. And I do expect continued volatility in the home loan area. But over the last few months, we've seen a lot more stable marketplace than we've seen in the past 3 years. So right now, interest rates are actually staying fairly sound, fairly low. We're in below sixes. Do I expect them to go a little bit lower in 2026? Maybe a little bit, but I mean, the truth is I don't expect it to be anything major. And when you really take everything into consideration for 2026, even if they went down to 5.9% or something like that, you're talking about the savings of maybe $100, $150 on a mortgage payment. So is it really a big deal? Yes, it is. So here's the effect that's having. It's keeping a lot of people on the sidelines. And if you're serious about buying something, right now should be the time that you should be getting out there, because sellers that need to sell, and there's quite a few of them, are the most flexible I've seen in years. So right now you can ask for a reduced price, repairs to be done, credits, help with closing costs, virtually anything. And if it's reasonable, sellers are agreeing to it, which for many years in the past, they didn't agree to anything. So right now is a fantastic time. Do I see a crash coming in prices? No. Do I see a dramatic reduction in interest rates anytime soon? No. So all these things kind of lead to right now is an excellent time if you've been thinking about buying a house. What does this mean to the average consumer? Well, it means that things that you're going to buy on credit is going to be a lot cheaper. And that's all good news for us right now, because we all know things are pretty expensive, and any help that we could get is greatly appreciated. So for home buyers, what does it mean to you? Did mortgage rates go down by 0.25%? No. Usually when the Fed reduces rates, the cause and effect is mortgage rates actually go up a little bit for a short amount of time and usually settle back down. Great news is today, they actually went down as the stock market did extremely well. So all good news going into 2026. So what does this mean for you, the home buyer? It means right now is a pretty good time for you to get out there. Why? Sellers are super motivated. This is the most even market I've seen in probably the last decade, where buyers and sellers are very evenly matched. You can ask for some credits. You can ask for reduction in price. You can get some closing cost help from a seller, because right now this is a lot more even playing field. For all of you that have heard that for the past 10 years, it's basically you paid what a seller wants, you agree to everything that they say, and you just move forward with the transaction. Those times have changed. Right now, buyers have more power than I've seen them have in many years. And for those that are screaming there's going to be a crash, where? How? Why do you say that? Right now, we have a massive shortage nationwide of real estate. We don't have enough homes, supply and demand. And who doesn't have equity in their home right now? So how are we going to have a foreclosure crisis or anything like that? Truth is, the market's going to stay high as far as prices. Interest rates are going to stay about where they're at right now. So the truth is, right now is a great time for you to buy, because right now there's a lot of flexibility with sellers. If you wait until interest rates go down 0.3% and they hit 5.9%, now you're going to be in a fight with a whole lot of people that have been waiting for the magical 5 number, which is ridiculous, because on an actual mortgage, the difference between 5.9 and 6.2 that we're at right now is a couple $100, if it's even that. So right now is a great time for you to buy. So if you'd like to have a really quick conversation, find out exactly where you are, this may be a lot better time than you think it is. And that's nothing but good news for anything that you're thinking about buying on credit, whether it's a credit card, a car, something like that. It's going to cost you less money, and that's great news in today's economy. What effect did it have on mortgage rates? Well, usually when the Fed reduces rates, the effect on mortgage rates is they go up. But that didn't happen today. They actually went down a little bit. So headed into 2026, we have extremely stable, low 6% interest rates, and we've got a great marketplace right now if you're thinking about buying. Why? Because sellers are a lot more flexible right now, especially at this time of year. If they're out there trying to sell a property, they're dead serious about selling it. And that means they're going to be negotiable on price. They're going to be negotiable on paying costs. They're going to be negotiable on doing repairs. All the things that are going to save you big bucks when it comes to purchasing a property. And is there going to be a real estate crash? Nobody can predict that. But the truth is, when I look at the numbers, I don't see a real estate crash anytime in the near future. And I don't see interest rates going down dramatically through 2026. So if you've been waiting for either one of those things to happen, I'd stop waiting and I'd just jump into the market. I always say, in the best time to buy a house, 20 years ago. And the next best time to buy a house, right now. So if you're thinking about buying a property, you'd like just have a quick conversation, see if right now is the time, give me a call. You can reach me, Michael Robe, directly at 619-701-0309. Let's have a quick 5-minute over-the-phone consultation and see if now is the right time for you to make a purchase. If not, let's see what we can do to put you in a position so it is a good time for you to make a purchase. So, like I said, you can reach me, 619-701-0309. Call me. Let's have a quick conversation. Talk to you soon.